So they say that science has proven that depression doesn't come from a chemical imbalance. It comes from the thoughts, and we tell ourselves, and secondly, no human connection. That's why AA became so successful, because people were getting together and talking. So we need human connection.
We have Bushra with us today. She's a holistic psychotherapist, and her mission is to create awareness in each and every one by removing blockages that obstruct the flow of energy, giving the tools to operate on a higher vibration, and receiving what each and every one of you truly deserve. Isn't that lovely? Now, some of the tools she uses are RTT, which is Rapid Transformational Therapy, which combines NLP, hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, cognitive behavior therapy. She uses theta healing. She does holistic psychotherapy counseling. She does something called access bars, which is there's 32 points in the head, which are related to different areas. So welcome, Bushra. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you here. Bushra, will you explain to us what you do, and also the main forms of therapy which you use to tackle worry, anxiety, stress, depression?
Yeah. So I do a lot of holistic work. I do a lot of mindful work, so which has a lot of different modalities, Anshu. And we don't have that much time to go into everything, but I do EFT, so that's tapping on the meridian points. That's very amazing. I'll discuss a little bit later about tools on anxiety. So EFT I do, EMDR when people are suffering from trauma, and especially I do RTT, which is amazing. This traditional way is to have 20 to 30 sessions, and after 3 years you literally maybe know what's the real issue is. So RTT is amazing to go to the core of the problem. Where is the problem sitting, and to literally take it out from there and change it and give a different suggestion to the mind. And you said about anxiety. So let me just quickly tell you that what is anxiety? We all have anxiety. Every human being has anxiety. This is our fight or flight system. We are born with it to assess real threat, to keep us alive. Anxiety is our survival mechanism. So let's see, for example, if a zebra is being attacked by a lion. So the anxiety will turn on. His fight and flight mode will turn on, and he will run to save his life. But once he's out of the danger, then he just goes on about his life.
Yes.
But what happens with us, that when we are in real threat, the anxiety kicks in. But we are the only species on this planet that can turn on and off our anxiety mode just with the thought. So let's say if I go to Starbucks, somebody by mistake spills coffee on me. So, and I will get, excited or shocked about it. So my fight and flight mode will kick in, and my heart will start to race, and the breathing will become shallow. And all of a sudden, oh my God, what's happened to me? So you felt the danger because maybe the coffee was hot. Well, what we do is, it's past now. We go home, we'll discuss with our family, with our children, with our husband. You won't believe what happened to me. A friend calls, oh, you won't believe what happened to me. So we keep on carrying it. You will not see zebra going back and telling his friends and, all the animals, you won't believe I got attacked by a lion, I saved my life. So basically the fight and flight mode, the anxiety is for us to assess, to stay alive, for the real danger. But the problem comes, Anshu, then when we keep talking about it, keep thinking about it, we don't let it go. That's where the problem is. So that's where that we just prolong the suffering. And just remember, we have a primitive mind. So people don't like change. Even if it's good for them, they will resist it. They'll say, no, I don't want to do this. In organizations and places of work, people don't like change. They will first thing is resist it. Then when they will move on in life and connect the dots, they will say, actually, it was positive. It was a good change. So they say that science has proven that depression doesn't come from a chemical imbalance. It comes from the thoughts, and we tell ourselves, and secondly, no human connection. That's why AA became so successful, because people were getting together and talking. So we need human connection.
But can you give me an example of, situations where you've had success with anxiety, with depression, where you've had very good success before we go on to tools?
RTT, rapid transformational therapy, is amazing with anxiety. I had a client, she was really suffering. She couldn't perform her daily chores. Like she couldn't go to work. Every time she would decide to leave home, her legs would become jelly-like, and she would pass out. And in the train, she thought that, you know what, she's going to get that she will pass out and nobody will be able to save her. She had a very strong anxiety, very bad anxiety. So
Right.
she came to me, and in 2 sessions, she was completely fine. First session, we obviously calmed her down, that it's
Right.
okay, relax. In the
Right.
second session, we did RTT. Problem, what's the core problem? Where is it coming from?
Right.
So it was coming from her father's death. She lost her father when she was very young, and he went like this. So
Right.
basically, nobody could save him, nobody could do anything.
Right.
And so a child couldn't understand what happened. So
Right.
in her mind, the ambulance didn't come on time, the doctors couldn't save, nobody was there to help him. She didn't have the awareness where her anxiety was coming from.
Right.
So when I gave her the awareness, why your mind is doing this, so then we dealt with her past story and past trauma, because she never dealt with it. And we dissipated it. We gave her the awareness that it's happened in the past, it's not now. I gave her the recording for 21 days to listen now, and I gave her some exercises to do, and now she totally gets it when it kicks in. Okay, fine, it's coming from my childhood trauma, but I am an adult now, I'm fine. If I pass out, somebody is there to help me. And there are many stories like this, that anxiety has something to do with your past issue. Let's say somebody's having anxiety, I'm going to lose my job in coronavirus.
Right.
At some point, either the father has lost the job or they have lost the job. There has been some threat.
Right.
So when it comes in, it's 10 times more magnified. That, oh my God, this is going to happen to me. This is going to happen to me. So mind is creating a story.
And you use RTT to get to what it was, where the trauma is stored.
Exactly.
Or what that trauma was, the childhood trauma was.
Exactly. So where is it sitting? And we give them the understanding. Then we give the recording to literally give your brain new neuropaths, a new way to think about it, and literally make you indifferent about that thought. And your mind, which we go and change in your subconscious mind, because where's where you're holding all your memories, habits, and beliefs. So we go and change it from there. But in RTT, we find out where is that belief sitting? What happened? So it becomes easier, because people say, oh, I'm doing all the exercises, but I still get anxiety. So we say, okay, fine, let's dig deeper. Where is it really coming from?
And tell me something. So if people were to stay in the present moment, then they're not worrying about what is going to happen or what has happened.
Yeah.
So is that another tool that you work with?
When you want, I can explain to you further what to do and how to do and what's happening.
So I'd love you to go into tools.
Okay, perfect.
So without me talking more, just tell us about what tools people can use for various things. If you can give them a little routine, that would really be helpful.
First, let me explain to you about the present moment. So what happens in the present moment? Let's say you're having this thought, I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to lose my job, sorry. So, and then what's going to happen? Everybody I speak to, they're losing their job. So the first is that you catch that thought that, okay, fine. The reason anxiety is flaring up because I'm having this thought that I might lose my job. Then check it. Is it true? Has anybody told you at the workplace that you're going to lose the job? Then maybe the answer will be no, you're not going to. And okay, fine, not change it. I'm fine. I'm secured. I'm going to be completely okay. My mind is creating this problem. Or if it's true because you've been given notice, then what you say, okay, fine. What do I do about this? What steps do I need to take? Because worrying 4 o'clock in the morning, you can't deal with the problem. You can't solve it. So when you sit down with a pen and paper, okay, fine, this is the money, how much money I have in my savings. I might be out of job for 3 months. So what do I do? Who do I need to apply? What more do I need to do? And so you will go proactively into solution mode. And once you go into solution, you're in present moment. You can't do dual things. You can't do multitask. You can't be worried. and solving the problem.
Okay.
Because when you're not in the present moment, you're worrying. So come into the present moment. People always ask me, so how do I come into the present moment if I'm not looking for solution?
Right.
Well, look into your senses. So look into all your 5 senses. The first thing what I do is when my thoughts take over me, I start looking into my hand. I start feeling the energy around my hand. So visually, my senses are on. So I'm looking at it and my eyes are bright, eyes are wide. So, and I'm looking at my hands and then I involve the feeling in it. How does it feel? I can feel the vibration. You're straight away in the moment. Or look around the room. And another thing is, which is amazing, is to do breathing exercise. Because when you breathe deeply, your stress receptors come on. And you literally, the signal goes to the mind that the person is completely fine, they're okay, because they're breathing heavily. Deeply, sorry. If you see a lion, you won't go. You'll breathe from here because you're scared. So when you're breathing deeply from your lungs, then your mind gets the signal that, oh, she's fine, she's okay. So you straight away calm down. But also you need to have certain way of routine in your life. You can't go out, go for a run in the park. If you can't go run in the park, do exercise at home. Make sure that you're eating very healthy and you're cooking your food. And as soon as your thought starts to play up, I use the words catch it, check it, and change it. So catch the thought of worry, check it. Is it really happening right now? Is it real threat? Or am I really going to lose job? Or am I really, going through this in this present moment? And then change it. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm secure. I'm strong, and I'm taking vitamin C, vitamin D to keep my immune system healthy. I'm doing everything. So where is this thought coming from? If you keep changing your thought, keep doing these exercises and keep bringing your back in present moment, the thought dissipates and you feel completely calm.
Okay, but I'm going to now ask you something. So you're saying, we're talking about losing the job, right? And you're saying catch it, check it, change it. What happens if you've lost that job? So what happens if the reason for your worries happened?
What am I going to do? I can't worry at that moment because I'm looking for a solution. Worry normally comes when something is going to happen. What if is the biggest anxiety. So let's say somebody has lost their job. So when you lost their job, you'll say, okay, fine, I'm going to relook into my CV, update my CV. I'm going to apply for my job, for more jobs. I'm going to see what's in my bank. How much should I spend? Where do I cut down? You go into solution.
Okay.
So go into solution. And when you go into solution, you'll feel better. But when you're not dealing with it, when you're not working on it, that's when you're worrying. The job will not come to you. The solution will not come from worrying. Solution will only come from being present, finding solutions. So become proactive and look into it and literally sit and do your accounts. How much money do I have? Where do I have to cut down? We all do that, right? When we are feeling, okay, you know what, maybe I need to, you go into saving and say, you know what, it's okay, I have enough. Maybe I'm not getting income every day, but everybody's going through similar stuff. I can survive. Or if you can't survive, look up to charities who can help me. You will go into finding a solution.
What happens is sometimes people around me, I've seen that, and even me, sometimes when something happens, I get very overwhelmed. So the logical thought is then not coming. You're just saying, oh my God, how am I going to cope?
You are doing that because you are not dealing with it. If you say to yourself, okay, Anshu, one step at a time, you're overwhelmed. What can you do right now? Right now to solve this? Okay, right now I need to breathe deeply and first calm myself down. Because the worrying mind will not solve the problem. So how do I do that? Take deep breaths and say, okay, fine, now where am I at? Okay, so this is what's happened. Okay, fine. Now let's go into a solution. What do I do? Let me take one step at a time. I don't have to, climb the mountain. I have to just look down where I have to go. I have to watch my steps. If you're looking there, obviously, you will not solve the problem. So try and not stay in the problem. Try and go in the solution.
And in terms of all the tools that you use, do you want to also give people maybe one or two small tools or an example of some of the tools you use, just so people get an idea of what it is that we're talking about? You know, like RTT and access bars and all is mumbo jumbo to some of us.
Sure. RTT is something that where we take a person, it's a sort of hypnosis. So we take a person into 3 scenes which has everything to do with whatever pattern they have or whatever problem they have. Somebody says, you know what, I can't make money. I keep, losing my jobs, or I can't attract the right partner. I keep, coming in and out of relationships. So we go into RTT to find out exactly what damage took place. Okay. And we go into it, we find out, well, actually, this is where you got the belief. Because you make habits and habits make you. So then you say, okay, fine. So this is what you've done. And now you are habitually doing the same thing. So then we break the pattern. We give a new suggestion to the mind. And then in the state of hypnosis, every day in the morning when we wake up, first thing when we wake up, we are in a state of hypnosis. So we ask you to listen to that recording first thing in the morning. So start changing your subconscious, because 5% of your mind is conscious mind, where your hopes and dreams are. 95% is where all your beliefs and your habits are sitting. So that's where we need to go and make the change. So we are working with subconscious. What is access bars? Access bars is that we have 32 meridian points on our brain. Around our head. So we go onto them, we touch on them, and we move your energy field around. So let's say where you're going through a corridor and you didn't see the doors before. Now, all of a sudden, you will see doors opening, and you will see a lot of possibilities opening for you, and which you couldn't see before because your energy was stagnated. You were stuck. So we open it up. And we do that by moving your energy field around your mind. And it's literally like putting your finger on a delete button and removing all the programs that's not serving you, and basically let you be your own self, your true self, to create from there. And it's an amazing modality. People have said, I had a client who couldn't find a job for 8 years. Right. After Access Bars, I think at 3 weeks, she found a job. Then I had another client, she was suffering, and she says, you know what, she had a lot of issues, that I won't get a job, I won't get good boss, and I will always have bad bosses. So we ran her bars twice, and literally she got a job, the ideal job she wanted. Because she was crowding herself with these thoughts, so we removed them.
Do you want to just talk about a few tools? So something that people can use just to keep their mind happy, and their mind and their heart happy, and to stay away from anxiety, and things they can also use with their children.
Firstly, if you're having a panic attack and you are in that, then if I say to you, oh, think of this and do that, you won't do it because you're having a panic attack. So at that time, the best thing is to do tapping. So start tapping here. And though I'm feeling this anxiety, though I'm feeling this anxiety, and then over here on your this bone, if you
Bushra, you have to come up.
Sorry, over here. So you start tapping, and then the last thing. So you talk about, though I'm feeling anxiety, though I'm feeling
anxiety.
Yeah, though I'm feeling this anxiety, though I'm feeling this pain, though I'm feeling this panic attack or whatever. But I fully love and accept myself. I fully love and accept myself.
Okay.
So it's like a karate chop, like this.
Okay.
I fully love and accept myself.
Okay.
So it will calm you down if you don't want to breathe at that point. So just hit on your meridian points. Yeah. If you don't want to do all of it, just pick up one point. This or this.
Okay.
Just tapping.
Okay.
And obviously the breathing is amazing. And the third thing I would say, which is very, very important, that when you are feeling it, oh, I'm getting anxiety, check your thoughts.
Right.
Check your thoughts.
Right.
Okay, because your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create vibration. So check your thoughts, what's happening in the mind. Okay. I'm feeling this anxiety. What am I thinking? So if you catch your thoughts, oh, I'm thinking I'm doomed, nothing will work out for me, I will never be happy. Okay, so change the thought. I'm fine. I'm secure. I'm happy. Always the best thing is to do is when you're not feeling good, check your thoughts. And sometimes people are suffering from it, especially kids. Yes. Give them a journal and say, you know what, when you're feeling bad, write your thoughts. What are you thinking?
Right.
Write your thoughts. And then when you're writing them, on the other side, change them.
Okay.
Change the opposite. Kids will like this. Give them an activity to do. Then write your thoughts. And then you will know, oh my God, I'm thinking so negatively.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so this is very important to check your thoughts.
Okay.
Feelings are only coming from your thoughts. Change your thought. It will really change the reality. Go for fresh air, go for a walk, look at the, and do a mindful walking, look the trees around you, look at the plants. Don't stay in your thought. You could be in beautiful nature, but your mind could be sitting, you know what, this happened to me, that happened to me,
Mm-hmm.
people are so
Yeah.
mean, people are talking
Yeah.
about me. Just try and stay in the present moment.
Okay.
And in the present moment, nothing really exists.
They're in an abusive relationship and feel guilty. Why am I so emotionally attached with my abusive husband?
Firstly, there are two things. I would say that, okay, if you're in a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship, you should leave. But if you say, I can't leave because I have kids, I've got a husband, I can't leave, then you have to say, okay, fine. Now you have to be realistic because your reality is here, your expectation is here. You
Right.
need to bring your expectation down. Okay, fine. So if I say to this person, let's think about it, that don't do this to me, how are they going to react? If I want something from them, they are very selfish because
Right.
they're self-absorbed. So the answer that they will give is going to be quite abusive. So before you're about to indulge, set your expectation to your reality. The problem with people is also that they say that, you know what, why does he hit me? He should not hit me again. He should not do this. Your expectation is here. So when he hits you, you go into more of a trauma. You'll say, you know what, this man is selfish. Whatever I say, whatever I do, he is going to behave like this. So before I do anything, set your expectation. Let's say that this guy is selfish and you are in a toxic relationship. You don't expect much from him. You know what he's going to do. So create a good network of friends around you. Have a good support system around you. People you can talk to. People you can have, who will support you. It's very important. Go and build better relationships outside your marriage. You need to do that. Don't shut yourself in the house and say, you know what, this is my reality and that's it. You can create better relationships outside. Invest in them. Invest in your family. Spend time with your family. Invest time with them.
They're just out of a toxic marriage. I get panic attacks when I think of my future. How do I attract the right partner?
Unfortunately, if you're not aligned, your thoughts, feelings, and your vibration is not aligned, it will be a little tough to attract the ideal partner. First, you have to deal with the trauma you've been through. So don't try to run, you will fall. Take small steps. First, deal with the trauma that you've been through. Understand it, sit in that pain. I'm not saying suffering, pain. I went through this, accept it. But I truly forgive myself. I'm letting it go. Sit in meditations. Go and see a therapist. Go into an RTT session. Do something to remove the trauma. And once you've removed and you've healed, then and you're aligned, you will attract a better partner. It will happen. But don't go in the anxiety, what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Just focus on what you need to do now to heal. Go into your healing. Go into finding what happened and how did you suffer. And eventually forgive that person as well. And that forgiving is for your growth, for your healing. Because you can't expect you to drink poison and expect them to die. So try and, with time, you don't have to rush. First start healing yourself, forgiving yourself, and go and seek help, and then move forward to creating a better relationship. Please don't be in a rush.
I have anxiety disorder. Please tell me how to get out of it.
You have to find out why do you have anxiety disorder. That means you have a condition that is coming from some past trauma. So if you are vague about it, if you're not sure about it, then go and see the experts so they can give you understanding where it's coming from. And understanding is power. So when you get that understanding that where it's coming from, so every time the anxiety kicks in, you'll say, okay, fine, that was me before, this is me now. And you will start to disassociate with that memory. You will have to do work on yourself. You have to practice that work every day in your life. And then it will go, but it is something you have to work on.
Bushra, isn't it sometimes that you can help them get to why they don't have that self-confidence?
Yeah. Because you see, there's no self-love. Because somewhere somebody made us feel that we were not worthy or we were not good enough.
And
So
we may not consciously know that, like you say.
Absolutely. We don't know where it happened, because we always say, I have clients who say, oh, but I had a really good childhood. So when we do RTT session, so we realize, oh my God, I didn't even realize at that point I bought that belief. So it's very powerful. And then you say, okay, fine. So when you're understanding, and then, you know what, obviously now you have to change the pattern, because you've got a belief. Yes, now you've understood. Now, how do you change it? It's sitting in the subconscious. Then we give tools and we work with you to show you how you change that belief and how do you build your self-confidence and self-love. Mostly my clients are anxiety, self-love, and relationships. And, you know, we are born with self-confidence. When a little chubby baby is fat and drooling everywhere, they don't see, oh my God, how am I looking? We are born with this self-love. So later on, the society changes it. You know, people change it for us, unfortunately. But we can recreate that.
Thank you, Bushra. That was lovely. Thank you for the session. Thank you for listening to this chat. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to this page. Please subscribe to our podcast on Apple and Spotify, Wellness Curated, and follow us on Instagram, Wellness Curated, the number 1. Thank you.